Over on the left, you got Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren continuing to fight over control of the Democratic Party. Warren blasting moderate Democrats in a campaign-style speech in Atlanta, claiming that she and other liberals have taken charge of the party. What kind of stage is she setting here? Watch.
We are not the gate crashers of today's Democratic Party. We are not a wing of today's Democratic Party. We are the heart and soul of the Democratic Party.
So much for that unity message, right? Instead, she wants to see some kind of war within the Democratic Party. She wants these factions, and she wants to have her faction win. Gina Loudon, Michael Starr Hopkins are back with me. Michael, how's this going to help you guys?
You know, I would recommend to any Democrat running that we not eat our own. The Democratic Party needs to be unified and needs to ensure that there's a place for everyone, because Democrats are a big tent party. And the message that we speak going against right now is the message of Donald Trump, the message of division, a message that isn't centered around actually creating new jobs and creating new opportunities, but continuing to divide our country. And so I think that Democrats need to be sure that they're allowing all voices to be heard.
Mm-hmm. And she's not doing that.
No, she's not. I think she can be, but that message isn't one that promotes it.
She's kind of a populist, right, Gina? I mean, you know, she thinks this version of her, you know, populist utopia sort of sells right now, which is socialism.
Yeah, she is a socialist, and if it's a big tent, then Elizabeth Warren has a big tent with a lot of little tribal rooms in it, because remember, this is the person who lied about being a Native American, so she's definitely not going to depart from the identity politics that has destroyed the Democrat Party, that lost more than 1,000 races under Obama, that's lost every special election since this president was elected, and that has made their fundraising at record lows. So, Republicans must be sitting down at night praying she runs.
I'm just looking at this picture of her and Bernie Sanders together, and it's rather fitting because, Gina, this is what she thinks she should tap into, right? She needs enthusiasm. There's been a huge enthusiasm gap, as the pros like to call it. And the reason is, you know, she just hasn't been able to ignite excitement amongst the base. Many of whom actually switched sides and voted for Donald Trump. So, Gina, is this all part of an appeal? You know, we're gonna tax those that work, and we're gonna redistribute it to those that don't?
You can't put lipstick on a pig and get a princess, Trish, and that's what she's trying to do. She is socialism, and socialism by any other name is socialism. And America is not at its heart okay with that. We don't like socialism. Americans love freedom, and she stands for everything that isn't that.
See, this is, I think, that going to be her problem. And frankly, you know, it's going to continue to be this way unless someone comes along, Michael, and really actually stands up for those people that Donald Trump was able to recruit. When I'm talking about the Rust Belt, I'm talking about union workers. I'm talking about people that were longtime Democrats that felt that no one was there for them because it's increasingly become the let them eat cake party. Isn't that effectively what the Nancy Pelosi's, the Chuck Schumers represent? And then you got Elizabeth Warren, who's off there in left field as a populist socialist.
Well, let me say this. The Democrats who voted for Donald Trump are coming home back to the Democratic Party in 2018. When we look at the polls show that those Democrats are now intending to vote for Democrats. And Elizabeth Warren is actually a populist. Donald Trump is selling snake oil when it comes to his populist views. He flips from one side to the other. At one point, he's against NAFTA, then he's for it.
You telling me being a populist is good? Are you trying to say that you like Elizabeth Warren's populism?
I'm saying that a strain of populism is absolutely a good thing for this country. We need to go back to rebuilding the middle and the poor class of this country because of the tax cuts that have been given have been on the backs of those.
You want to build the poor class?
Taxing those that work.
No, we need to build up the poor class.
I mean, this is a fundamental economic, and I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. This is why I don't think in many ways party even matters anymore. Our economy matters. People's ability to work. Yes, our middle class is the foundation of this country. But Elizabeth Warren would destroy destroy that middle class, Michael.
I disagree with you on that. I think Elizabeth Warren would do more to protect the workers' rights, to make sure that people are getting paid a fair wage, than Donald Trump will ever do. There's a difference between saying you're going to do something and doing it. Donald Trump has said that he's going to do things.
I think the proof right now is in the pudding. As we look at a market, folks, that's above 22,000, as we look at an unemployment rate of 4.3%, and we see wages starting to move up. Final word to Gina.
Come on.
Yeah, when you look at the inner city, any inner city that Democrats have run for a decade, Trish, and I will show you an entire underclass that is being kept an underclass because the Democrats want to use them for their votes. Just take a look at the massive growth in the city of Detroit right now under this president, and then you tell me what the Democrats have ever done for poor people.
As a black person that grew up in the inner
Michael,
city,
thank you
I
so
can
much.
tell you
Good to
that
have
the
you here
policies have
today.
done that.